really great buy because not only are we giving you these jumbo begonia, oh, I said it wrong. I knew I said it wrong when I was going to say it. Begonia. Not only are we giving you the jumbo begonias, but we're gonna give you the bulbs here to get them started with, and we're giving you the basket, and we're gonna give you what is a season worth of the plant food, right?
Yes, this is such a cool like kit, you could say, like a grower's kit, because you really get everything that you need minus the potting mix.
Okay.
Which, you know, we have one that you can order. But what we're looking at, these are so special. These begonias have been bred not only to have big flowers, but to also cascade over their container, which is why we gave you the basket, because a cascading plant in a basket looks awesome. And the thing about it is, cascading begonias don't exist except for this one.
Wow, I didn't realize that this is the only one that exists in cascading begonias. Okay, the price on this, it should be $38, it's $34.98. You have it on an easy pay of $11.66. You get one basket, 3 of the bulbs here, right? So 3 of the bulbs. And then this right here is going to be that feed that is going to last a season. You could put it in a gallon jug and mix it with water?
Yeah, so this one sample pack, which is of our favorite all-purpose Bounty, we have mixed that whole pack with 1 gallon of water. That's how it's to be used. But once you mix it, you have an indefinite shelf life. So you don't have to use this up, you know, immediately.
Oh, okay.
You can leave it at, like, I like to just buy a gallon jug of water.
Yeah.
Pour the pack in there, and then I just can go and use that instead of water, like once every couple weeks when I water.
Why begonias? Why do we want to go with begonia?
So begonias are super fun because A, they're flower factories, and B, they can be in part shade. Why is that important? Because most of us hang out on our deck or our patio.
Yeah.
It's not a full sun place, but we want live flowers.
Right.
So now you can have them. And what's fun about these is that, you know, these are in the hanging basket. So you can have them out of your way. They're not on your table where you like to hang out in the summer, but they're right next to you.
It's like a ball of flowers. It's like if the New Year's Eve ball was made of flowers, this is what it would look like. Yeah, so it's really cool.
Now, it is a choice of, so we have 3 colors that you can choose. We have the yellow, the orange, and the pink right here. And I love these because these 3 colors stand out. They are bright, they're vibrant. And then on the table, we put 1 of each in this container. If you love that look, you obviously pick up 3 sets, but you're also gonna have 3 baskets. You could do 3 mixed containers, which is kind of fun.
Well, look, at that price, you'd be spending about $100 for 3 of the baskets with the bulbs, with 3 of the season packets here that you're gonna be able to use.
Yes.
I mean, that really is an incredible buy, especially since this is something that is that wow factor. What's the ease of care with this? How do we plant it? How are we going to enjoy doing it?
Well, so like you're seeing them here, these are in the shady garden, not full shade, but part shade.
Oh, so you could put them in the ground?
Yes, you can put them in the ground. They're not winter hardy, so if you're going to put them in the ground and you live somewhere like Pennsylvania, you're going to raise the bulbs up. But if you have them in containers, I love doing them in containers because then it's as easy as when fall gets pretty cold, just bring it inside, put it in the garage, put it in any room, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna go into dormancy anyway.
Okay.
And of course, window boxes. But what's fun about this is that these flowers are bold, they're vivid, they're a lot bigger than the traditional begonias you might see checking out at the grocery store that are just not that interesting. But you are getting a plant that has a very special form to it. So in terms of water, because they're not in full sun, probably once a week is sufficient for most of these, unless you're way down south. However, again, I want to mention that you're getting a part shade plant, and that makes it easy in a hanging basket because there's kind of hard time when you have something that's very water demanding in the hanging basket. You're always reaching up to water it. Here, you're not doing that. You're only going to water it about once a week. You can see how those flowers are cascading down.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so special. And the leaves, I want to point out, are also very unique. They're thick, they're waxy, they're this dark green, and they have sort of a spiral shape to them.
Gosh, this has just so much versatility. As I'm looking at this, I'm realizing there's so many different ways that you can use this this begonia. There's so many different ways in which you're going to really be able to enjoy it. I love the idea of putting it into the ground and having that, but I also love, too, the hanging basket. Like, looking at this hanging basket here, is so gorgeous, mixing up all the colors together.
Yes.
But even if you wanted to go with the solid, which is what's behind us, here it is in your yellow. This one is going to be your red. That one is your pink right there. They're so filling. That's what's great about them, is how much
they really do.
they help to amplify whatever space you put them in.
That's right. And I can go through a little bit of how to plant these. It's super easy. So this is just one of the 3 that you're going to get. I like putting all 3 in the same container. It really fills it out. But if you have extra containers, you could just do one. And what I want to show is I've already got my potting mix in. I just kind of nestle it in there just enough to cover the bulb. Done. You planted one of your 3.
That's easy.
And now you're going to water that in.
Now,
and
if you were going to add others, how far apart do they need to be?
I would say I would do a triangle, each about 3 inches apart.
Okay, so
now,
but relatively close.
Yes. Now, we haven't talked about the basket itself very much. The basket is fun, okay? This is a cocoa fiber liner.
Yeah.
It's got a great look to it. And this is powder-coated steel, so it's not going to lose its color. It comes already with the hanging attachment on. And there is a plastic liner in here, and that is to retain some of the moisture so you're not out there watering all the time. But this is a great quality hanging basket that is appealing to the eye, and I love to point out that it can handle the weight of a beautiful cascading begonia such as this here. You can see the basket under there. But it's something that you're gonna have for years to come. And when the season is over, bring the whole thing inside, pop it in the garage.
Yeah.
Come next spring, bring it back outside.
So if you do care for it, bring it in. You can have it year after year after year. That's
right.
really quite amazing. It's M132053. Should be 38. We've reduced the price down. It's down to an easy pay of $11.66 for the next 3 months. And you're going to be able to get that free shipping and handling with this as well. Okay, this is my